Good morning. It is 9:31 a.m. on Sunday, January 9th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Yay! Uh, I definitely enjoyed sleeping in this morning. It was good. When I can, I recommend it. Mm-hmm. We had our session of so many levels last night where we were finished up our little mini campaign of Tales from the Loop. That was fun. And also, I am going to have a Zoom call a little bit later this morning to talk a little bit about the possibility of a musical improv thing, which I'm definitely interested in because I've kind of been missing improv stuff. But at the same time, I've got such a busy schedule these days. I hope it can work out, but we'll have to see, I guess. Um, anyway, I've been continuing to try to figure out my computer because there are just some weird changes to it that don't seem like I did install a new graphics card, and then related at that time, I did need to do a Windows update, and so it's I reconnected and disconnected a couple of things, and it makes sense that in some respects that would produce some changes. Uh, but at the same time, some of the things that I'm seeing seem unusual, like the fact that my documents folder seems to have reset itself to an old version, and so literally some of the folders don't have files in them that were more recent. And I just like, how does that even happen? I don't know. It's like folders that I have since renamed and added stuff to now are back to the old name and don't have the more recent stuff. That's kind of alarming. And I have no idea why that would have happened. I mean, it's almost like it did a system restore or something, but I don't know. Anyway, I haven't, at least to my knowledge now, lost anything irreplaceable, but I am a little concerned about that. The other thing, though, that I will mention that I haven't gotten into yet before is that alongside my new graphics card, I also ordered an Oculus Quest 2 VR headset. And boy, has that technology come a long way. Because, 2 years or so ago, I got the HTC Vive. Also very, very cool. But the truth is, I haven't been using it as much lately because there's just a number of kind of hurdles. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to set up. It is kind of heavy. And it's tethered to the computer, so you have to manage the cable. And what was really the issue ultimately for me is that I was starting to feel like my computer's old graphics card was not quite up to the task of running all the VR in the way that I had hoped. And so the plan was to do it more once I got a new graphics card. But I'd heard people talking about the Oculus Quest 2, and sure enough, I looked it up. Not only is it way cheaper than the Vive was when I got it, but it doesn't need to be tethered to the computer. It's lighter and easier. Everything's just simpler. And I received it yesterday and played around with it a little bit. It seems as good. And so it's just like, wow, okay. It's come a long way. I haven't done a whole much with it yet, other than just basically get it set up and make sure it works because I had so many levels last night. But it seems to work. Seems to work pretty well. I'm excited to play around with that some more. I also ordered the link cable where you can connect it to the computer, especially since I do have a new graphics card. And I guess that you can, with that cable, It's literally designed to let you potentially make use of a better graphics card to run even more powerful games. I think, but that one was delayed. It didn't ship at the same time, so well, I don't know about that yet. But the point just being that I'm excited to try that some more, and it's interesting how quickly that has moved along, because the Oculus Quest 2 is like way more accessible in both price and setup compared to the previous VR headsets that I've played around with, and it's pretty good. So, if you had been casually interested in VR but had balked at the price tag before, you might take another look, because it's you know, you can actually, because you don't even need to have a fancy gaming computer to do most of the stuff that it does. So anyway, excited to play around with that some more and to do a little bit more playing of the video games with my new graphics card, and also hopefully discovering why my computer's documents seems weird. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.